So glad you guys could join us for our commencement program this morning. Will you please stand with me and welcome the faculty and staff of St. Albans High School. And now, let's welcome the class of 2026. Please remain standing. Gentlemen, please remove your hats for the presentation of the colors by the St. Albans JROTC and the playing of our national anthem.
Go ahead and have a seat. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the St. Albans High School Class of 2026 graduation ceremony. I want to thank all of our families, friends, staff, board members, and community members for joining us here tonight as we celebrate our graduates. At this time, I would like to recognize someone who has dedicated much of his life to education and service within our community. Mr. Mike Arbogast has brought 43 years of experience in education and has spent decades supporting students, families, and schools throughout our area. St. Albans holds a special place in his life as he grew up here, attended Highland Elementary, McKinley Middle School, and St. Albans High School, and later raised his family in this community. In addition to his work in education, Mr. Arbogast has remained deeply involved in supporting local youth through coaching midget football, youth soccer, basketball, and baseball over the years. His dedication to the students in St. Albans community has made a lasting impact on many families throughout our area. We're also proud to recognize him as one of the newest members elected into the Kanawha County Board of Education. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Arbogast as he comes and shares his few words.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As a graduate of St. Albans High School and a current resident of the great city of St. Albans, it's truly an honor for me to be here. So on behalf of Dr. Potter and the entire Kanawha County School Board of Education, we are extremely proud graduates of your accomplishment. We would also like to thank Ms. Stingo, Mr. Newman, and Mr. Scarborough, and the entire staff for their commitment to excellence in education. And I would also like to take a minute to thank you parents and grandparents for your continued support of your children in this great endeavor and entrusting us in public schools to provide an education for your children. Students, just a couple pieces of advice from me. I would encourage you to chase your dreams with passion as hard as you can, and don't listen to the naysayers, and don't let people stop you from attaining the goals that you want to have in life. I would also challenge you to be lifelong learners. For a lifetime, you're going to learn new things and be open-minded to try new things and to do new things. I would also encourage you to surround yourself with good people. That's going to be important in your life, and make good decisions while doing that as well. And lastly, I would say, please be tolerant and respectful of those who may not look like you or think like you or act like you, and go out and make the world a better place. So we so need that right now. So once again, congratulations. I'm honored to be here, and I wish all of you all the very best of luck. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Mr. Arbogast, for those thoughtful words. And now to our St. Albans High School Class of 2026. Tonight is to celebrate each and every one of you, your accomplishments, your perseverance, and the journey that brought you to this moment. So congratulations. This evening reflects the hard work, determination, and growth that have led you to this milestone. I want you to know that graduation is much more than receiving a diploma. It represents the years of growth, the challenges, your sacrifices, memories, and accomplishments. It reflects the late nights of studying, early mornings of getting ready for school, your practices, your performance, your games, assignments, tests, and the moments when you had to push yourself even when you felt tired or discouraged. This has been my first year at St. Albans High School, so while I may not have known many of you throughout your entire high school career, I have had the privilege to get to know you and this class over the past year. I've seen students support one another, step up as leaders, overcome obstacles, and continue moving forward during difficult moments. I've seen resilience, determination, and heart in this graduating class. One thing I hope you carry with you after tonight is this: where you start in life does not determine where you are capable of going. Your circumstances do not define your future. Some of you have faced challenges that many may never fully understand. Some of you have had to work harder, overcome more, or carry burdens quietly while still showing up every single day. But your future is shaped by your perseverance, your choices, your character, and your willingness to keep moving forward. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Life after high school is not always going to be clear or easy, but don't let the uncertainty stop you from continuing to move forward to your goals. I also want you to remember that greatness is never achieved alone. No one reaches a moment like this without the support and help of others. Behind every graduate tonight are people who helped you along the way: parents, guardians, teachers, coaches, counselors, friends, and loved ones who encouraged you, challenged you, and believed in you and stood beside you during your difficult moments. Tonight is a celebration of your accomplishment, but it's also a reminder of how much the people around you matter. So as you leave St. Albans High School, please understand that success does not look the same for everyone. Some of you are heading to college, some of you are going to enter the workforce, some are pursuing technical careers, maybe the military service, or opportunities that are still taking shape. And some of you still may be figuring things out, which is perfectly fine. Life's not about a race, and there's no one single definition of success. There are moments in life when things are not going to go according to plan. There are going to be setbacks, there's going to be disappointment, and moments where you question yourself. But when those moments come, they don't define you. How you respond to them do. Winston Churchill once said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, and it is courage to continue that counts." So as you move into the next chapter, I want to challenge you to work hard, really work hard, not just when it's easy or convenient, but especially when it's hard. Own your mistakes, be accountable for your actions, and don't wait for someone to fix what you can handle yourself. Achievements matter, but character matters too. The world needs more people who are not only successful, but compassionate, honest, and willing to help one another. And no matter where life takes you, always remember that St. Albans High School will always be a part of your story. The friendships, the lessons, your memories, your victories, struggles, and the experiences you had here help shape who you are becoming. I want to leave you with one final thought from Ralph Waldo Emerson. He says, "Do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." So don't be afraid to create your own future, dream bigger than your circumstances, and believe in yourself, and never underestimate the impact you are capable of making. So class of 2026, tonight is not just the end of your high school journey, it's the beginning of everything that's coming. So be proud of how far you've come and confident in where you are capable of going. Continue to work hard, care for one another, and believe in yourself even during the moments when life feels uncertain. Everyone here tonight is proud of you, and we cannot wait to see the impact you will make in the world. So congratulations, graduates, and always remember, no matter where life takes you, you're always going to have a home here at St. Albans High School. Thank you. At this time, the St. Albans High School Choir, under the direction of Mr. Vinoy, will perform For Good with soloist Skylar Craig.
People come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed.
like a handprint on my heart. And now, whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a sea dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for. But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a comet, like a shipwreck, as it passes us like a wind off the sea, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway in the north. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
I would now like to welcome to the podium this year's senior class president, Kendall Miller.
Good evening, staff, faculty, parents, family, friends, and fellow graduates of the class of 2026. My name is Kendall Miller, and I've had the great honor of serving as the senior student council president, despite somehow losing every election that I ran in. Speaking at an event like this is completely out of my comfort zone, and honestly, I hope this is both the first and last time I ever make an attempt at public speaking or writing a speech for that matter. When I started high school as a freshman, I had absolutely no clue what my future would look like. Now, 4 years later, I'm still not entirely sure if I do. And as quoted from my favorite show, Attack on Titan, the only thing we're allowed to do is believe we won't regret the choices we made. I think that's where a lot of us are right now. For years, upperclassmen preached to us the same thing. Enjoy high school while it lasts because it goes by fast. But to be completely honest, I don't agree with that. At the beginning of senior year, I felt this constant dread that I was running out of time to make memories with my friends. And the freedoms of high school were almost over, but during the second semester, school started to feel exhausting. I complained constantly. I said I want to go home at least 10 times each day, and honestly, I treated the smallest inconvenience as a perfectly valid reason to leave school early. But looking back on it now, coming to school each day and talking to people I value so highly in my heart is something I will miss after high school. And that's what many of us will miss most. Not the monotony of school, not the long nights on assignments, nor graduation itself. Just a simple routine of seeing each other every day. Now, our class gained a particularly bad reputation over years at St. Albans High School, but that should not define us. This class sitting here today is filled with hardworking, talented, and passionate people. We have students who challenge themselves academically, athletes who gave everything to their sports, and people who have worked tirelessly both inside and outside of the school. One of the places I found that dedication was the girls lacrosse team. We may not have been the best team or even the largest, but it felt like a family. And our coaches, David and Savannah, showed us a level of patience and commitment that most people would have given up long ago. Although I complained about practice consistently, I still thank them for never giving up on us and leading a team of 13 to a state championship over the weekend. Thank you, David and Savannah, for everything and the memories I made with you guys. On the topic of patience, the teachers and staff at St. Albans High School are the most patient and diligent people I know. Teachers shape lives in ways they may not even realize. Mrs. Snyder taught me history for 2 years and helped me grasp the importance of history of our world, but she also had to put up with the nonsense my friend Abby and I threw at her. From the skateboard in the hallway to the morally questionable ceiling tile we painted, Mrs. Snyder continued to teach us every single day. And Mrs. Carper, after having me in class for 3 years straight, I'd like to apologize to the people in those classes, for I had the class put into assigned seats for all 3 of those years. I deeply admire her for putting up with my inability to stop talking. Now, if I'm being completely honest, there was never a day in high school where I was not listening to music. Although some teachers may find a student wearing AirPods a sign of disrespect, I meant no harm. I was usually paying attention to them. Growing up, music has always been important to me, and my parents introduced me to a song in my childhood that stuck with me up until this point, Champagne Supernova by Oasis. Everyone goes through countless changes in high school, whether that is becoming a better version of yourself, or maturing, or simply growing up. Each and every one of us have lived as millions of different versions of ourselves, and sometimes I feel like we are not able to recognize the people we once were. Honestly, I do hope someday you will find me, but I'm not really sure if that will be the person you see here now. Change is inevitable through life, and some of us may never reach out to one another again, but that's okay. Life takes each of us on different journeys, and sometimes it feels like the world is going to end over simple things. But you will always be the same person who was scared on the first day of kindergarten 13 years ago. Sorry. Navigating life is like climbing a mountain. Now that we're at the summit of our first mountain, we can finally see what lies on the horizon, another mountain. Climbing up the next mountain may be a struggle, and you may encounter a landslide that will set you back. But just remember the beautiful journey that set you on the path in the first place. Years will go by and memories will fade, but I do hope you find me. The days all of us spent walking slowly through the halls of life move faster than what I could have imagined, but life keeps on moving, so you better keep on walking. The best days of our life are yet to come. When stars reach a supernova, gold is emitted into our universe, allowing for future stars and planets to thrive. This moment is our supernova, because every person sitting here is capable of so much more than just this accomplishment. I feel that deep in my heart, each of you will achieve whatever you put your mind to. Everyone sitting before you today has had unique experiences in high school, and no matter who you are, there is someone out there who believes in you. I'm so deeply grateful for the people who have supported me throughout my life. I thank my parents and family for shaping me for who I am today. And my friends, thank you for staying beside me when I needed it most. I also thank each person I lost and who is not able to hear my speech today, because I know they would have loved to see me achieve an honor like this. No matter how lost I may have felt in my life, I was lucky enough to have someone help me and listen, and I hope those people understand how much that means to me. As the first day of high school turned into the last winter break, and senior skip day turned into the last walk through these halls, the time we spent at St. Albans High School came to an end. Years from now, nobody will care about the tardies you had or the bad test scores you made. You will choose to remember the times you spent feeling free with your friends. For me, that will be the long drives with my friend, with the windows down, heater on, driving around aimlessly with no end in sight, laughing about the same stories we tell every time. Those moments mattered, but unfortunately, those days must come to an end. Finally, I'll quote something that everyone told me was a stupid idea, a statement that was a constant motivation in the past few years for me. Every day gets a little easier, but you gotta do it every day. That's the hard part, but it does get easier. From the show BoJack Horseman. Now, for the first and last time ever, congratulations to the class of 2026. And anyway, don't be a stranger. And now I'd like to introduce Student Body President Bethany Ferry.
Very nice job.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bethany Ferry, and I've had the honor of serving as St. Albans High School's Student Body President. Today, we celebrate more than a diploma. We celebrate every moment that brought us here, every challenge, every setback, every victory, and every late night that shaped us into the people we are today. Tonight is proof that hard work matters, dedication matters, and perseverance matters. If you know me or my family, then you know we are deeply rooted in St. Albans and in this school. My parents both graduated from St. Albans High School in 2002 and even held their wedding reception in the Commons. My dad coached track here, served as the school's resource officer, and worked for the St. Albans Police Department for 14 years. My mom has also taught at a St. Albans school for nearly 2 decades. And like many of you, I spent these 4 years trying to make most of every opportunity. I've been involved in clubs and activities like CAUSE, Rho Kappa, National Honor Society, FCA, track, volleyball, and student council. None of these things, however, allowed me to connect with every person here. We all have different goals and aspirations. Some of us couldn't be more different, but we've grown up together. We've experienced these years side by side. I've seen how we've changed over the years, and I believe we are capable of great things. Now, like Kendall said, our class definitely developed a reputation over the years. First of all, there were a lot of us. At Andrews Heights Elementary alone, around 60 students moved up to the middle school. At Hayes, they added extra classes because of our size. And before we even stepped foot into the high school, many of us had already heard the warnings. Teachers and administrators from previous schools described us as awful, wild, or uncontrollable. Now, to be fair, we did invent something called Fight Week, and you're welcome, Ms. Stingo, that didn't happen this year. Over time, that label began to stick. Junior year in Mr. Hively's sociology class, I learned about something called a self-fulfilling prophecy. The idea that when people expect something from you long enough, it can influence behavior until the expectation becomes reality. People expected us to fail, to misbehave, to live down to the reputation created for us. And for some classes, maybe that expectation would have become reality, but not for us. Because sitting here tonight proves something important. People do not get to decide who you become. We were never just the bad class. We were the class of achievers. We are the class of leaders. And we are the class of artists, musicians, athletes, writers, bakers, workers, and dreamers. We are the class of talented swimmers, track athletes, cross-country runners, lacrosse players, archers, and scholars. We are the class of intelligent people like our valedictorian, Laura. And we are the class of people who kept going, even when others doubted us. I hope you remember this for the rest of your life. You are more than the labels people place on you. You are more than where you started. Stereotypes do not define your future. And in the eyes of our Creator, you are capable of even more than you realize, and you've already proven that. You overcame challenges, adversity, and expectations placed against you. And tonight, you are sitting here as graduates. That matters. We've grown, we've evolved, and whether we wanted it to or not, life kept moving forward. Now, I've known that I was going to give this speech for quite some time. I felt like I had prepared, and I had taken the necessary steps to accomplish this. I'd worked hard on my grades and managed my GPA. I tried hard in my sports and extracurriculars, and I made connections everywhere I could. When I learned that one of my roles as student body president was to craft this speech, my initial reaction was that it would be a piece of cake. After all, I was pretty good at public speaking, and I am by no means shy. But as I sat down to write, I noticed my palms getting sweaty, and I began to develop a pit in my stomach. I would get so nervous and worked up that I would stop writing. I soon came to question if this was because of the idea of speaking in front of everyone, or if it was the unavoidable change that this speech represented. This made me question the importance of change. All of us here are different, and we have all had different life experiences. Change, however, is the one thing that we all have in common. Without change, new opportunities never appear, new friendships never form, and growth never happens. It is the uniting factor in life. So as we leave this place, I encourage you to embrace change instead of fearing it. You are not alone in this season of change. Look around you tonight. Every person cheering for you has experienced change too. And if you ever feel uncertain about what comes next, remember that growth has always required change. Now, before I finish, there are 2 staff members I want to publicly thank. Both have impacted my life far beyond high school. Both watched me learn how to walk and are now watching me walk across this stage. The first is my uncle, Coach Nick Watts, or as I like to call him, my Uncle Knack. As his favorite niece, I can confidently say he is someone who will always have your back, and I am incredibly grateful for his love and support throughout my life. The second is Mr. Gavin Hersher. Though we aren't related by blood, I've never viewed him as anything less than family. He gave me my first best friend, signed me out countless times when I forgot things in my car, and always made sure I had what I needed. I truly wouldn't be standing here without either of you. Finally, I want to thank my incredible support system, my parents who sacrificed so much to give me every opportunity, my 3 younger sisters who survived all my stress-induced mood swings, my friends who have stayed beside me since preschool, and every teacher, mentor, coach, and classmate who shaped me into who I am today. And most importantly, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, who has been the foundation of my life and success. All glory belongs to him. As we turn the page to the next chapter of our lives, we carry more than diplomas with us. We carry lessons, we carry memories, we carry friendships, and we carry the experiences that shaped us into the people we are becoming. The future is uncertain, and yes, change is waiting for all of us, but that's also what makes it exciting. So let's walk forward with courage, kindness, and confidence, and let's embrace the change ahead of us instead of fearing it. And let's remember that our story does not end here. In many ways, it's only just beginning. Congratulations, St. Albans High School, class of 2026. You've done well. And at this time, the St. Albans High School Choir, under the direction of Mr. Vinoy, will perform Letter from a Girl to the World.
My heart, there are homes and trees, and all different beautiful things. In my heart, there's a sunrise glowing and a wonderful tree there. And I think of God's beauty in the world all around, in the clouds that roll across the sky, in the sweet smell of the rain and the colors of the walls. And it makes me happy, and I wish that others saw it too. If you love your children, are you sure they know? Have you said the words out loud? Or you listen with your heart when they're sharing theirs? Have you given us a chance to make you proud? Do you know who I am? Do you really know? 'Cause you can't tell from looking at me that underneath all this happiness inside, there's a part of me nobody sees. I wonder who I am. I wonder who I'll be. What will my life become? There are just so many questions inside me. Am I good enough? Am I pretty enough? Can I learn not to care what others think? Can I make a difference in someone else's life? And can others see God's love in me? Toom, toom, toom. Toom, toom, toom. Toom, toom, toom. Toot, toot. Toom, toom, toom. Toot, toot. In my heart there are hopes and dreams. Toot, toot. Toom, toom, toom. Toot, toot. Toom, toom, toom. Toot, toot. Toom, toom, toom. Toot, toot. And all different beautiful things. Toot, toot. Toom, toom, toom. 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 Toom, toom, toom. Toom.
At this time, I would like to welcome to the podium the class of 2026 single highest honors graduate, Laura Lee.
Thank you to the choir for their excellent musical performance. My fellow graduates, tonight I pose one question to each of you as we embark on the next chapter of our lives. If you could, would you? My name is Laura Lee, and I am the valedictorian of St. Albans High School's class of 2026. I am also the same student who slipped and fell in front of a caution sign at the beginning of my freshman year for 15 people to see. I have let myself fall more times than my grades, as you can tell. Tonight, however, I have risen to my feet to firstly celebrate my graduating class. I would like to start by acknowledging a few people who have inspired me to achieve my best along this journey. First, my parents, who are the true role models in my life. Their hard work and dedication to everything they do is nothing short of inspiring. Everything that they have done for me is something I hope to pay back to them one day. Second, to my teachers who have supported me in navigating high school. Mrs. Carper, thank you for teaching me the value of Socratic seminars and how to ask and discuss thought-provoking ideas and questions about language and literature. Thanks to my AP Lang and AP Lit classmates, I will always remember to play Zachary's advocate, the best version of devil's advocate that there is. I have Mr. Day to thank for teaching our pre-calc/trig class the unit circle, ensuring that we know sine is not a sin, and for being remarkably dependable and a supportive math teacher. He was even understanding of Jocelyn Lazar's lyrical slip-up, which led to language that stays in his classroom. Mrs. Snyder, thank you for opening my eyes to see the beauty in history when I had shied away from seeing it as anything but something that should not be repeated. Mrs. Darnold and Mrs. Potter, thank you both for being outstanding science teachers and for teaching me the value of laboratory work and hands-on experience. Mr. Herscher, thank you for being the best counselor I have ever had. I knew you had my back since the day you told me I wouldn't fail PE by not being able to get 100% on the PACER test. In all seriousness, I, along with my classmates, would not be here without the help of many others. We, as human beings, ask for help without realizing it. We ask ourselves what others would do if they were in our shoes. For example, if our teachers could believe our dogs ate our homework, would they? Of course not. But by asking this question, we gain insight into what we want from others and what we want our lives to be in the future. We have the power to change our own lives thanks to those around us, especially those we love and care about. Our friends, family, teachers, and staff are the ones who have asked themselves to step forward and help others without expecting anything in return. They are the ones who ensured our safety during the tornado 2 years ago and the chemical leak almost a month ago. They are our biggest supporters through it all. So, if you could give back to the people who have changed your lives for the better, would you? Please take a moment to think about how you would like to give back to your friends, family, or whoever will be with you at the end of this graduation ceremony. Every single one of us has one final chance to give back before we go our separate ways in pursuit of higher education, the workforce, or an uncharted path towards self-discovery. I am certain that what we have to offer is different for each of us, and that is the nature of giving without expecting anything in return. So, if you could, would you offer your gratitude and appreciation to your fullest capability tonight? The opportunity to pause and reflect on our past before we walk toward our futures also offers high school graduates the life lesson of not taking anything for granted. We have support in expected and unexpected places, but we should not take advantage of it and those who offer it. Graduates, let's leave behind our reputation as dependent takers and become the independent givers in the lives of others, just like those before us. There are countless individuals gathered here today who believe we can achieve this and so much more. So, if you could believe in yourself, would you? I know I would believe in all of you. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2026. Thank you. Now please welcome the Assistant Vice Principal to the podium, Mr. Hoyman.
The counselors at St. Albans High School have reviewed all transcripts for students being recognized tonight and can confirm that they meet all graduation requirements set forth by Kanawha County Schools. It is my honor to certify the St. Albans High School graduating class of 2026 and issue them their diplomas.
It is now my very distinct honor to introduce everyone here to the members of this fabulous class. Kendall Hope Miller. Leela Michelle Jones. Stevie Cecile Walls Carter. Kathleen Marie Bowman. Bethany Ann Ferry. Abigail Ray Torman. Josalind Ray Lazar. Laura Elizabeth Lee. Brody Scott Nichols. Amelia Hope Starcher. Addison Summer Abner. Miranda Marie Adkins. Stephen Andrew Adkins. Malia Bailey Adkins Riffle. Kaylee Lynn Ash. Herschel Roger Bailey III. Matthew David Bailey. Savannah Joe Bailey. Cameron Lynn Bandy. Kendall Grace Barnes. Mia Faith Beatty. Daniela Nicole Berry. Benjamin Scott Bonham. Gwendolyn Grace Brennan. Alani Nicole Brewer. Elena Noel Burgess. Braxton Tucker Burke. Ella Yvonne Busby. Nicholas Allen Kane. Isaiah Jason Calfee. Samantha Rain Cart. Emily Grace Kasdorf. Lacey Brooklyn Casto. Nathan Alexander Cavender. Louis Jason Servone. Jacob Gage Chandler. Trissel Denise Chandler. Xavion Devon Clare. Bodie Zane Clark. Jalea Ann Clater. Jonathan Crash Coles. Bobby Jack Collins. Robert Russell Combs II. Gavin Joseph Comer. Jaden Ariel Compton. Mackay Jacoby Cook. Mackenzie Jolie Crittenden. Noah Lee Curry. Kyle Matthew Dent. Christian Michael Dolson. Madison Faith Dolson. Alyssa Lynn Walker Dorsey. Alexis Amiri Duffield. Gavin Parker Duncan. Mallory Joe Folliker. Daniel Eugene Fawcett. Grace Elizabeth Rose Farrell. Claire Elizabeth Fitzwater. Ava Noel Fortney. Ethan Christopher Garcia. Cameron E.J. Garlow. Nevaeh Deanna Gregory. Tamara Denita Gregory. Kayla Marie Hale. Tabitha Ashley Hall. Troy Lee Hall. Xavius Christopher Hall. Braxton Wayne Halstead. Zeta Ann Hansen. Adriana Odell Haskins. Devin Lee Michael Hatfield. Jeremy Lee Hawkins, Jr. Joseph David Helper. Layla Danae Hendricks. Max Christopher Henson. Sadie Lynn Marie. Jackson David Honecker Loftus. Joplin Rose Hudson. Sean Robert Patrick Huffman. John David Humphreys. Dakota Hayes Eisenhart. Arthur Zane Johnson. Jaden Xavier Johnson. Tristan Zachary Kelly. Evan Rogers Kennedy. Mason Henry Lane. Reese Aaron Lilly. Caden Lee Lovejoy. Torin Reese Lovejoy. Jackson Paul Madden. Hannah Olivia Markham. Olivia Louise Martin. Connor James McDonald. Zachary Allen McMillian. Morgan Alyssa McVicker. Lilith Diana Milhone. Emma Brooke Miller. Dakota Cheyenne Mills. Emmeline Suzanne Mitchell. Jessica Ariel Mitchell. David Wenceslo Moran. Kane Andrew Morris. Ella Elise Morrison. Abigail Virginia Moss. Michael Seth Mullinax. Brandon Lee Nunn. Aubrey Beth O'Connor. Madison Hope Andra. Carly Alexis Parker. Chloe Elizabeth Parsons. Jade Nicole Parsons. Elijah Nathaniel Payne. Matthew Colton Payne. Tristan Poe Petrie. Tia J. Priest. Caden Mickey Wayne Priestley. Marley Kirsten Reed. Nevaeh Lachelle Reed. Zachary Adam Ryan. Connor Scott Reveal. Kylie Alexis Robinson. Peyton Allen Rogers. Harley Thomas Roy. Bailey Nicole Salisbury. Christopher Matthew Savasia. Allison Isabel Scharf. Addison Elizabeth Smith. Emma Page Smith. London Gaia Smith. Riley Eric Smith. Tegan Wayne Smith. Zoe Reagan Smith. Landon Elgin Sparrow. Hannah Nicole Stanley. Lindsay Irene Stowers. Jillian Brooke Strickland. Lydia Joy Sturm. Genevieve Elise Somerbell. Ava Grace Taylor. Trinity Renee Taylor. Ava Dean Templeton. Devin Edward Thomas. Hunter Stockton Thompson. Mackenzie Rain Tincher. Nathaniel Lee Trail. Jade Moon Turley. Joel Randall Warner. Lucas Scott Warner. Isaiah Alexander Weaver. Elena Rose Westfall. Kieran Travis White. Liam Andrew White. Kinsley Jade Whited. Austin Mardell Wilfong. Jacob Sean Withrow. Ronnie Lee Withrow II. Elijah Lee Woods. Noah Zacharias Paul Woolwine. Megan Marie Wooten. Carissa D. Workman. Jashira Danielle Wright. Holden Matthew Young.
Real quick before we continue, all of us have had somebody that's helped us on our way. So students, this is your time to please stand, face the crowd, and acknowledge all of your loved ones. Give them a round of applause for all the support they've given you on your way. And secondly, I'd like to take another moment and give you a chance to acknowledge your amazing teachers that you've had help you on your journey as well. So how about a round of applause for them also? And at this time, please turn your tassels, and ladies and gentlemen, I give you for the first time the class of 2026.
At this time, please stand and join our St. Albans Choir and Band in the singing of the Alma Mater. If you don't know that, it is in your program.